Well, hey there, everyone. How's it going? Great and wonderfully made. Did you know that? Let me turn this off. Thank you, Stan Bush, for your talent. I'm Catherine Isabel Jennings for Your Life Matters. News and comment in Your Life Matters Wellness. Today is going to be a very tough topic. Very, very tough. And this is my second run through this. So I think the first video that I did was excellent, but I did it on my computer and I don't know how to upload it yet. I can come right to Google, but right to Facebook, but FYI, I've been banned from Facebook for live videos, so I'm doing it this way. So anyway, whatever. Your life matters, and so does mine. And my topic today is very, very crass, loud. I'm just warning you. Get your friends if you want to get some healing. Get your friends if you want to listen to my take on this, because it's going to be pretty darn powerful. And Father, I just thank you for who you are. And whoa, this topic is going to blow people away. And I just thank you. Have your way here. And I give you the glory, the power. You are awesome, God. So my topic is rape. My topic is rape today. And the formal title of my video is Healing Through Personal and National Rape. And I'm saying it loud and clear. It's rape. Okay. So in order for me to discuss rape, we have to know what it is, what it does, how does it affect, how does it work its way through ourselves and through society. And I hope to do that very, very precisely and sensitively. But the word rape is a nasty word, and it penetrates in a lot of ways. So first of all, they always use that word in terminology of a personal body penetration on its worst level. Okay, I got that. But there's so many other facets of who we are that can be raped. And we are being raped. We are constantly being raped today on a personal level and on a national level. And anyone who says to the likewise is fooling themselves and living in denial. And that's just the way it is. So your life matters. I am crass right now, but that's because this topic it's got to get through to you. It's got to get through to me too. And I'm not going to be a pacifist on it. It is what it is. So let's define it. I just came up with a lot of different terminologies or whatever. First of all, rape in process is a terrible penetration of the deepest part of yourself. It's violent. It is breath ceasing. Okay? It is a violent word. It terrorizes. It's extremely strong. It takes away, it rips apart, rips out, demolishes, steals. Once done, it has stolen. And what does it steal, or what has it stolen? With both positive, in its active form and its post-active form. It steals our choices, our abilities to choose. It steals our identity. It brings a shock factor. It attempts to suppress and tries to sever. Okay. It also attempts to completely cut you off. And the word seizure, it seizes the self through penetration. It seizes it. It just pulls it out by force. And this is to the deepest levels of who we are. Okay. When something is seized, what is going on there? The word seize is to take hold of by force. To snatch is another word. To just take, to grab, to arrest. Yes, to seize something is to do all these things. Rape traumatizes everything on a personal level. It tries its hardest to in the most nasty way, to sever on all levels the soul and the body and the human spirit. And as a result of that severing and that penetration and that whatever that attack, terrorizing, it actually infuses a fear as a function. And this fear is the function and operation that enters when all of the above that I mentioned happens. So what happens is the person or people become a victim. The definition of a victim is a person harmed, injured, or killed as a result of a crime. They are also a sufferer. Victims of domestic violence is a phrase, but even a living creature can be a victim of a religious sacrifice. Okay. A victim is defined as a person who has suffered physical or emotional harm, property damage, or economic loss as a result of a crime. A victim is a person who has been attacked, a person who is cheated or fooled by someone else, one who is harmed or killed by another, especially by someone committing a crime or unlawful act. Okay. The aftermath of rape. What would be the aftermath of rape? Well, let's look at it. The aftermath of rape is always a traumatized individual. It's always that victim is always traumatized. What does it mean when someone is traumatized? I talk about this. I work with people like this. When someone is traumatized, all facets of their being have been frayed. Okay, so let's look at the soul. Your soul is comprised of the mental wellness, okay, your intellect, your mental wellness, your emotions, all five senses, and you also have a physical part. Well, you also have a spiritual part that you may or may not care to have, but you do have one. So when you are traumatized, all of that phrase, it just goes bang, where there was order and structure and a path, if you will, you go phew, and you are all over the place. You are afraid. You ever look at like a piece of material that's frayed and it falls apart? It's all like, it's not at its original. It is of its original material, but it's not in its composition that it was made for. It goes like that. And you can't get those back to the original. You can't. And so that's what it looks like when someone is traumatized, and rape traumatizes. So I'm trying to give the definition of the rape and the trauma, and something that hasn't had closure, and how something that hasn't had closure operates. So I think that this helps us to figure things out to move forward. So thank you for listening on that part, because I'm trying to define things. All right. So when something is frayed and fractured and it's not dealt with, it operates out of that. Does that make sense? Okay, so when you are traumatized, you are trying to cope with something that is, you're trying to cope in your body, in your whole being, by something that has just been ripped to shreds. And it's very tough for people to operate under those conditions. And if it's ongoing, that's another story. I'll get into that in a second. So if you bring all of this into a courtroom, okay, what's happening is that the courtroom is the factor. My husband's going to be coming in any minute now. The courtroom keeps this alive too. Anyway, let's look at this. I'm going to go over here. So basically, where I was coming from, just he starts coming in, so I'm trying to do my thing. Okay, so anything or person who is fractured is not operating out of their total healthy created identity. Okay, so out of something that is fractured or out of something that is in trauma, a PTSD is formed, a post-traumatic stress disorder is formed. And if you cannot take care of that, what happens is you're operating out of that, you're trying to function out of something that has skewed you. Okay, this trauma has skewed your normal operations. Okay, so when that happens, there is a lot of mess that goes on into your body. Let's see, PTSD triggers physical, emotional, and mental memories. The trauma, these are traumatic responses to that. And actually, so much happens to the person. Okay, so what happens to all rape victims? So much here, oh my gosh. I think what we should look at is when someone is raped, everything is amok. I've said it already. Everything is amok, and what happens is when this person is operating out of this place, they're in a fight or flight motion. They are trying to organize their thoughts for their case. They have to go into a courtroom to show the degree of the assault or the crime. And so many rape cases, basically, that is a traumatized person who is skewing things and trying to operate. And what you have is a person who, in fact, people, I'm gonna shut this down because I really believe my first video was awesome. And so I'm just gonna end this stream, and please forgive me, but I'm gonna try to get the other rape thing up because I have feedback from other things right now. So please forgive me. I'm going to take this off and I'm going to end this right now. Thank you. I can't do this.